boyfriend's daughter, who she is, or her boyfriend's sister, who she is right now my client, her primary caretaker. She was involved in a fight at school, and my client, instead of breaking up the fight, she did punch that young lady. And I think that
So students are in a fight. She goes to the school and
there's some parents trying to break up the fight, and my client starts to try to break up the fight, but loses her cool and punches the young lady.
and when you say young lady, are we talking about a child?
I would guess yes.
Hello. Yes.
Would it be okay if I gave Mr. Robinson a piece of paper to write out a letter?
I'm sorry, who?
Mr. Robinson?
Oh, sure.
Oh, thank you.
Just let the deputy know.
Morning, Your Honor.
All right. Are you all ready to proceed?
Yes, Judge.
Court is calling 2020 CR 5322C, State of Texas versus Angela Gonzalez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar from the state of Texas.
Defense,
Larry Bloomquist for the defense.
are you Angela Gonzalez?
Yes, ma'am.
Showing you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Angela Gonzalez who was placed on community supervision in 2020 CR 5322C for the offense of robbery on November 19, 2020 for a term of 5 years? Is that you?
Yes, sir.
State?
Violated condition number 1, on or about the 31st day of March 2022 in Bexar County, Texas. The defendant, Angela Gonzalez, committed the offense of assault in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
Your Honor, state waives all the violations.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you up to 5 years in prison and up to $1,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes,
Can't
you
hear.
Yes.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Judge, is to continue the defendant on probation, to add a no contact order with the victim in the assault case, to add in anger management and MRT, and she's also going to take a plea in the misdemeanor case to run concurrent with this one. And that's county court cause number, sorry, I had it in front of me. 709518.
All right. Probation. Has she done anything on probation other than commit a new offense?
Yes, Your Honor. Her UAs for the last year at least have been negative. There's been a couple of diluted. She did finish the outpatient program. She completed her parenting class. And she did obtain her high school diploma.
All right. What is this assault about?
Judge, there was there's her boyfriend's daughter, who she is, her boyfriend's sister, who she is right now my client, her primary caretaker. She was involved in a fight at school, and my client, instead of breaking up the fight, she did punch that young lady. And I think that
So students are in a fight. She goes to the school and
there's some parents trying to break up the fight, and my client starts to try to break up the fight, but loses her cool and punches the young lady.
and when you say young lady, are we talking about a child?
I would guess yes. I don't know her exact age. I think she's about 15 years of age. Judge.
Okay.
And what I would just tell the court, and if you want me, I can call my client as a witness.
Yes, let's do that.
Okay, let's do that. Can you raise your?
Sure. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, you do.
You can lower your hand if you state your name for the record.
Angela Gonzalez.
All right. So what have you learned since you've been on probation?
Honestly, Judge, I learned a lot. I'm glad that you put me on probation the first time. I was able to get my diploma, and I actually got better jobs within the years that I've been on probation because of my diploma. Because of you, I'm able to see my other 2 kids that originally the kids' grandma wouldn't allow me to. we have a better bond. I get to see them every Sunday. And she lets me take them to the park, to sit with them and be with them birthdays, holidays. That's something that I didn't have before you put me on probation, and I really want to say I do appreciate that. Right now, I did learn a lot, because me having to take care of my sister-in-law as well, it made me grow up a lot, just because my husband's mom suffers from seizures and strokes. So that put me on a higher level to where I need to be focused on my kids. It's not about anything else but my kids. I want them to have a better life than what I'm going through right now. They don't deserve for me to be here and then me missing out of their lives on all four of my kids. I just recently had a baby. He's 9 months. So I mean,
Who's with your baby now?
my sister's friend's mom. She's helping me babysit right now. So I mean, I just hope that you see that I did learn from this past years. I've been coming out clean again because of you, Judge. I stopped smoking. And it honestly, everything just bettered my life. And this was an honestly mistake. I did went to the school and I did talk to the principal.
Not a mistake. It was a choice, right?
A choice, my bad. I did talk to the principal. I tried to have a meeting with the other girl's mom. And like I said, at the time I was pregnant, it was a choice, not a mistake.
And let me just clarify that, Judge. Can I just ask you one question
No,
about that?
let me
Okay.
hear. Yes.
The school was just not taking that step to where she had to walk out of school campus to come home crying to us. We sent her back home thinking it was going to be the right thing, but turned out to be not the right thing. In my opinion, I should have just left her home and none of this would have happened. And I messed up. I honestly did. And I just hope that you could give me a second chance and let me prove you and everybody wrong.
And the point I wanted just to clarify for the judge is, Your Honor, she had actually reported that her daughter, or the girl who she considers her daughter, was being bullied after school by these several girls. And she had been reporting that to the school and they hadn't taken any action. And unfortunately, I think one thing I just tell the court is I've had extensive conversations with Angela. She's an extremely great person. She's made some bad decisions. And one of the things that I've been talking to her about is her need to make better decisions. And she's doing a lot of great things. Unfortunately, she had this horrible decision that she made that's put her in front of you. And I can tell the court, I feel like she's very, very remorseful for what's happened. I think she's realized that not only has she put herself in peril, but she's put the kids that she's caring for.
What steps have you taken with the school?
She longer doesn't go to that school. It was a middle school. She's high school.
Okay.
So, I mean, right now that school is out of I will never put my kids in that school just because they don't know how to take steps on how to protect their students.
All right, State.
So Judge, we were able to talk to the complainant in that case's family. It was very difficult getting a hold of them, but we were able to do that earlier this morning. I did explain what our options were. They did indicate that they were okay with this approach. I told them exactly what I was going to do. I don't know any of the claims of bullying. None of that came forward through the police reports or anything that we had available. So I can't substantiate that.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. Court will deny the motion, alternate amend conditions, probation, either anger management or MRT, not both. So whichever one probation feels would fit best for her, that's the one we'll go with. All right. Is there anything else you need from the court? Well, I mean, I'm asking her. I hope you don't need, do you need anything else from me, counsel?
I wanted to thank the court because I believe that she's going to do well. And I think that I just want to thank the court.
Oh, you're welcome. Well, based upon what probation is telling me, she is doing well. So you need to continue doing what you're doing. You understand?
Thank you so much.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
I promise you won't see me again.
All right. Well, I can see you again if you completed everything and maybe you want to get off early. Yes.
Judge, I was just gonna ask for that no contact order.
All right. And who's the complainant?
Her name is Victoria Rodella.
So no contact with Victoria. What's the last name?
Rodella, Rodela.
All right, so you're not to have any contact with that complainant, you understand?
Yes.
Only other thing, this is just a run concurrent with the misdemeanor case.
Yes.
All right,
And I'm going to make a schedule, Judge, to get plead on that as soon as possible.
all right, what is the cause number in that?
That's CC 709-518.
508?
518.
18. And state, we're off the record and state that you informed them downstairs what their plea should be?
So I did put a note in the system, exactly the details of the length of probation, the type of probation, the other conditions. I did say standard conditions, so they should know what to do.
All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you
Judge.
so much. You have a good day.
You too. Deion Mason,